Sometimes true luxury isn't about gold-plated anything. It's about discovering something so exclusive that most people don't even know it exists. Indeed, high above the earth, hidden in the nose on a particular aircraft, awaits an experience that makes traditional first class feel like a quaint reminder of yesterday's luxury. You see, this isn't about better champagne or softer pillows. It's about discovering what happens when an airline decides to create something that transcends every convention of commercial aviation. While other premium passengers settle into their pods and suites, a select few unlock access to something far more extraordinary, a private sanctuary that transforms the very concept of air travel. Therefore, in today's episode of Sir Luxury Travel, we'll be taking you inside this remarkable space where private bathrooms feature full showers, bedrooms offer proper double beds, and living rooms make you forget you're on a commercial aircraft at all. When your flight begins with a private entrance and your biggest worry is planning your 7-course tasting menu, you've discovered aviation's best-kept secret, and we're about to reveal every luxurious detail. The Etihad residence represents a category of air travel so exclusive that most first-class passengers don't even know it exists. Aboard the Airbus A380, hidden away at the front of the upper deck, sits a space that transforms commercial aviation into something previously reserved for private jets. The experience begins at London Heathrow's Terminal 4, where traditional check-in counters become irrelevant. Residence guests are personally greeted by a dedicated Etihad team member who presents them with their boarding pass and handles every detail until boarding. And those in the know typically request an early boarding time. One does like to be settled before the other 498 passengers arrive. This dedication to personal service extends throughout the pre-flight journey. While first-class passengers enjoy their standard lounge access, residence guests are escorted to a private sanctuary. This exclusive space features personal dining service, an ensuite bathroom with shower facilities, and the kind of solitude usually reserved for luxury hotel presidential suites. The lounge's a la carte menu spans from delicate eggs Benedict to full dinner service, complemented by an extensive wine list featuring rare vintages. However, experienced travelers know to pace themselves. The real culinary journey awaits aboard. A glass of rosé champagne suffices as a prelude to the main event. What truly sets the residence apart is its unprecedented privacy and space. On an aircraft carrying nearly 500 passengers, only one pair of travelers can experience the residence per flight. It occupies a section of the A380 so exclusive it transcends traditional seat numbers, though it's technically designated as 1A, if one must be practical about such things. The journey from lounge to aircraft provides perhaps the first hint that this isn't typical first-class travel. While other premium passengers queue at their designated boarding lanes, residence guests are timed to board at precisely the right moment, usually first, allowing time to settle in before the gentle parade of envious glances begins. As you approach the A380's upper deck, the first hint of what awaits comes from the subtle shift in the cabin crew's demeanor. Even in an airline renowned for its service, there's a special reverence reserved for the residents. After all, when an airline designates a specific crew member to serve just one suite, you know you've entered rarely charted territory. The moment of truth arrives as you reach the front of the upper deck. While other first-class passengers turn left toward their admittedly lovely suites, residence guests are guided straight ahead toward a door that most passengers don't even realize exists. And behind that door, well, perhaps we should save those details for after takeoff. The culinary journey aboard the residence begins with a deceptively simple question: when would you prefer to dine? Unlike traditional first-class service, where meal times follow a set schedule, the residence operates more like a private restaurant in the sky, complete with white-glove service and endless flexibility. The signature caviar service sets the tone for what's to come. Oscietra caviar arrives with traditional garnishes, hand-grated egg whites and yolks, minced onions, and perfectly chilled crème fraîche. While other airlines might serve caviar in first class, few offer the luxury of enjoying it while watching the sunset from your private suite. Truth be told, the 60-gram portion makes Emirates' first-class caviar service look rather modest in comparison. Each course arrives with precisely paired wines selected by Etihad's master sommeliers. A delicate sweet potato and kale soup might precede a palate-cleansing grapefruit sorbet, followed by a perfectly seared fillet of beef with béarnaise sauce. Though I must admit, watching the crew prepare a proper béarnaise sauce at cruising altitude does make one wonder about the complexities of French cuisine at 35,000 feet. The attention to culinary detail extends beyond the food itself. The china comes from Europe's finest manufacturers, while the crystal stemware has been specifically designed to enhance wine tasting at altitude. Even the humble salt and pepper shakers are crafted from sterling silver, though flight attendants do appreciate if you resist the temptation to add them to your personal collection. Between courses, guests can request light bites, ranging from warm scones to Arabic mezze. The chef's selection of chocolate pralines appears almost mysteriously throughout the flight, accompanied by perfectly brewed coffee or tea served in bone china cups. For those seeking something stronger, the vintage cognac selection rivals that of many Michelin-starred restaurants. The timing of each service flows naturally around the guest's preferences. Want breakfast at midnight? Consider it done. Craving a full afternoon tea service while crossing the Mediterranean? The scones will be warmed to perfection. This flexibility transforms what could be a simple meal service into a personalized dining experience that spans the entire journey. Each dish balances the practical constraints of high-altitude cooking with the expectations of guests who frequent the world's finest restaurants. The warm chocolate and Vimto fondant, served with Laban ice cream and date bathite crumb, offers a perfect example of how traditional Middle Eastern flavors can elevate classic European desserts. As the meal service concludes and the mood lighting shifts to match the time of day, many guests find themselves ready to explore the suite's other amenities. Though perhaps first, another glass of the 2002 de Valeroy Grand Cru? After all, at 2,000 feet per minute, one should never rush the finer things in life, as we'll see in our personal, private apartment in the sky. Behind the discreet door at the front of the A380's upper deck lies a space that redefines the possibilities of commercial aviation. The residence unfolds as a genuine three-room suite, beginning with a living room that would look equally at home in a luxury penthouse. The living room serves as the heart of the suite, anchored by an Etihad exclusive poltrona Frau leather sofa that could easily grace an Italian design museum. Floor-to-ceiling windows line one wall, while a 32-inch flat-screen television dominates another. The custom-designed lighting system includes multiple settings, each calibrated to enhance different activities, from dining to reading to simply gazing out at the clouds. Storage solutions throughout the suite demonstrate an obsessive attention to detail. A full-length wardrobe, though admittedly the world's most slender, provides space for hanging clothes. The credenza conceals a minibar stocked with premium beverages, though the contents can be customized to guest preferences. Even the ottoman opens to reveal additional storage for overnight bags. A private corridor connects the living room to the bedroom and bathroom, creating a genuine sense of separate spaces, a feat of engineering considering the constraints of aircraft design. The corridor's walls feature subtle Arabic-inspired patterns, illuminated by LED lighting that adjusts throughout the flight to help maintain guests' natural circadian rhythms. The entertainment system deserves special mention, offering more than 300 movies and 100 TV shows through two separate screens, one in the living room and another in the bedroom. Complimentary Wi-Fi comes standard, though I've found the connection particularly stable when crossing the Mediterranean. The system includes noise-cancelling headphones specifically designed for use at altitude, though the suite proves remarkably quiet even without them. Climate control reaches new levels of sophistication with separate temperature zones for each room. The air circulation system refreshes the entire suite every 2 minutes using HEPA filters that exceed medical-grade standards. The result is an environment that somehow manages to feel fresher than most luxury hotels. The window shades deserve their own paragraph, featuring an electronic dimming system with multiple opacity levels. At full brightness, they flood the suite with natural light. At their darkest, they create the perfect environment for the suite's hidden gem, a proper bedroom that makes even the most luxurious first-class seats seem rather provincial. But before we explore those sleeping quarters, I should mention the most surreal feature of the suite, a doorbell. Yes, an actual doorbell complete with a Do Not Disturb function, though given the size of the suite, one begins to understand why such a feature proves necessary. After all, when your flight attendant can't immediately spot you, you must be somewhere among the rooms. The bedroom of the resident stands as perhaps commercial aviation's most radical innovation. Behind a private door lies not a converted seat or a fold-down bed, but a genuine double bedroom that would look perfectly at home in a luxury hotel. The space proves so remarkable that first-time guests often pause in the doorway, momentarily forgetting they're aboard an aircraft. The centerpiece, naturally, is the bed itself. While other airlines boast of their lie-flat seats and first-class suites, the residence offers an actual double bed, complete with Egyptian cotton linens that could justify their own luxury brand. The natural fiber duvet and selection of pillows somehow maintain perfect loft at altitude, while the dedicated turn-down service includes touches like lightly scented pillow mist and precision temperature control. A second entertainment system faces the bed, though most guests find themselves more captivated by the private windows flanking each side. There's something rather special about watching the sunrise over the Persian Gulf while propped up in a proper bed, especially when that sunrise arrives with fresh coffee and warm pastries. The bedroom's lighting deserves special mention, with settings that range from bright and energizing to a subtle glow perfect for morning meditation. The ceiling features constellation-inspired lighting that creates an almost surreal ambiance, though I suppose everything about sleeping in a proper bedroom a mile in the sky qualifies as surreal. For those mixing business with pleasure, a clever fold-out table transforms the space into an airborne office, complete with power outlets and Wi-Fi connectivity. Though one does find that responding to emails becomes considerably more pleasant when done from beneath Egyptian cotton sheets. The true test of any bedroom lies in the quality of rest it provides. Here, the residence excels beyond expectation. The combination of perfect temperature control, high-quality bedding, and the A380's remarkably quiet cabin creates an environment more conducive to sleep than many luxury hotels. The gentle hum of the aircraft acts as rather effective white noise. Though I've never managed to stay awake long enough to properly appreciate it, morning brings its own delights, with the option to enjoy breakfast in bed while watching the world drift by below. The crew times everything perfectly, though I suspect they've had ample practice determining exactly how long it takes to prepare Eggs Benedict between Abu Dhabi and the Mediterranean. As remarkable as the physical space proves to be, perhaps the most luxurious aspect is the privacy it affords. In an age where true seclusion becomes increasingly rare, the ability to close a proper bedroom door aboard a commercial aircraft feels almost revolutionary. Though you must remember to set an alarm, it would be rather embarrassing to sleep through landing, wouldn't it? An actual shower at 35,000 feet might sound excessive until you experience it. With 10 minutes of running water, double what competitors offer, and water pressure that rivals luxury hotels, it transforms a long-haul flight into something approaching a spa retreat. Every residence guest receives an elaborate immunity kit housed in an Etihad branded case. Inside, you'll find Acqua di Parma amenities alongside sophisticated skincare products. The provided Armani pajamas and plush dressing gown add another layer of refinement to the experience. Though I must say, selecting between the shower or the bedroom for changing does feel rather decadent. The bathroom's mosaic floor features intricate LED lighting that would look at home in a royal palace. A professional-grade hairdryer hides behind a clever panel, while heated towel rails ensure every aspect of the experience maintains five-star hotel standards. Fresh orchids, changed regularly throughout the flight, add an organic touch to the space. Now, for the detail most potential guests inquire about, securing this remarkable experience. While rack rates can indeed approach $20,000, there exists a more strategic approach. The key lies in first booking a first-class ticket, after which the residence occasionally becomes available as an upgrade for approximately £2,000, transforming an indulgent splurge into an almost reasonable extravagance. Timing proves crucial for these upgrades. The sweet spot typically falls several months before departure, though particularly attractive offers often appear around 12 weeks out. One must maintain some flexibility and understand that availability isn't guaranteed, though that's rather the point of exclusivity, isn't it? The residence operates exclusively on Etihad's A380 routes between Abu Dhabi and select destinations, including London and New York. The London-Abu Dhabi route, spanning approximately 7 hours, offers enough time to experience every aspect of the service, from the caviar service through to a proper night's rest in an actual bed. For those questioning the investment, consider this. The residence doesn't merely offer transportation, it provides a glimpse into a world where commercial aviation transcends its usual constraints. Whether utilizing it for proper rest before an important meeting or simply experiencing the pinnacle of airborne luxury, it delivers something increasingly rare in modern travel: genuine exclusivity. Perhaps Oscar Wilde said it best about knowing the price of everything and the value of nothing. Though between us, when compared to maintaining a private jet, the upgrade fee starts to seem almost reasonable. And now I'd love to see you in the comments. Would you rather splurge your cash on taking this flight or going in economy class and spending the extra funds on a 5-star hotel when you get to your destination? I can't wait to hear from you. And thanks again for joining this tour at Luxury Travel. Ta-ta, until next time.